So I was living my life as one does, and I heard a certain YouTuber talking about VTubers. And typically, I do like this guy's opinions. I find him very funny. Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
Ironically, like this is the problem with over designing your stupid anime avatar character.
Here we go. This is kind of the segment that I was interested in listening to from him because he goes into more detail than what I've heard. He's talking about the designs of VTubers, and let's see what he has to say.
Characters or whatever. Um, the consequence of this is that they all end up looking the same. Yeah, it's noise. This is one of the reasons why that one shark chick VTuber
Oh, Shark Chick.
is so iconic because
Sure.
the visual elements of their design are actually really simple, right? Like they're literally just a white-haired, well, they're a lolicon, no sense fucking dancing around that. But they're a white-haired fucking lolicon in like a hoodie.
I wouldn't directly call her a lolicon. She is a petite. Like it's explicitly said she's an adult, but she does have youthful characteristics and like, let's be real. Her face has been revealed. I don't know if it was with her consent. I can't remember. I believe it was on her personal account and people had found it. But I'm pretty sure she is a petite IRL. Why would I be mad at somebody that's being happy or endorsing their body type? The problem is that it ties in with the perpetuation of youthful characteristics publicly, which is ends up being a guise for actual harmful people to network.
That has a shark mouth on it, and that's it. Super iconic and memorable. But this is mostly noise. Um, I don't think anyone would remember any of the like individual design elements here. So it all blurs together. I can't remember who's who.
That is a very valid point. Like with Pippa specifically, where is your eye drawn? Every single spot of her. There's no real way to stand out. She's a pink haired bunny girl. How many of them are there? A lot. And if she had more of a or less of all these different little accents, it would be honestly more eye catching.
Around the same structure for all of them, too boring for me. Yeah, as I've grown older, I've definitely gotten more tired of like the default anime girl look. Um, there's definitely aesthetic value in the super cutesy uh priorities of anime design, right? Like everyone thinks K-On looks cute. K-On has a distinct style.
I will mention that Pikami got canceled over talking about this. She has a youth or she had a youthful looking design and people jumped on her calling her a lolicon because of that, and they used screenshots of her commenting on age of is like 9 to 10 is the best. It's like she's compensating for lack of uniqueness with noise. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from Peppa's design. But no, shit, I got distracted. God damn it, what was I just saying? Literally, who was I just talking about? Fucking lawnmower going off and I can't. Oh, Pikami's design. Thank you. Yeah, Pikami's youthful design. And screenshots, or she had made tweets about like 9 or 10 or 11 or some younger age being the most ideal And the context of that was which demographic of design is most appealing to broader VTuber fans, which there's no denying that youthful designs appeal to broader fans in the VTuber universe or in the VTuber community. She's mostly talking, or she's mostly unique voice and talking bits, the stuff she talks about and how she talks about things. Yeah, I heard her talk about parasocial relationships, and I actually really agreed with her. I liked her opinion on that one because there are people that um, what's it, that actually take advantage of their fans, and I was very glad to see Pippa pushing back against that. I'm glad we can agree on parasocial relationships being able to get too toxic. Nichijou is a better slice of life. I will fight you on this. I never watched Nichijou. K-On! For life.
Style, but it's not that different from most anime. Um, but I do think it bleeds together past a point.
It really does. There are poop in his suit. There are a lot of designs that just they send so many or they add so many little details that just keep making your eye go every single spot of a character's VTuber. Howdy. Look at I will use myself as an example. Where is your eye attracted? My kissy mark, my succubus mark, and then where else? I guess my jiggle physics help, but like, whoop de doo there. Big booba gets attention too, not just youthful design. My hand? Oh, yeah, that's because, 3D. I got hand tracking. Horns. I like my gloves too. I'm a sucker for fingerless gloves.
Anime VTubers that look like JoJo characters? Yeah, that's a good question.
That's true.
Why aren't there VTubers who have more of a like JoJo-esque or standoffish? There probably are. I just don't know about them because the kinds of people who like VTubers are pedophiles. So they're going to go
He's hyperbolic. Shut the fuck up, Vaush.
after like lolicons, right? But Jolene looks great.
Jolene does look great.
The funny thing is that
That actually kind of reminds me of Buff Pup, but with more of a yellow green, not pup design. Horns, kiss mark, and tits in that order. Oh, thank you.
the JoJo art aesthetic is very like dissonant. It's very jarring. It's very like
Noted.
I don't know, bold and emphatic. And I think it would actually look really good in a VTuber rig, don't you think? Don't you think that like the general design aesthetic of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would actually look really good in a VTube rig?
Oh, yeah. Jolene, this design would look amazing in a live 2D rig. And honestly, I've seen similar designs, but not quite like this. JoJo does have honestly really great designs that stand out to people. I haven't even really watched JoJo, but I know what Joestar looks like or Joseph Joestar looks like. I know what Dio looks like. Now I know what Jolene looks like. And they're memorable, they're detailed, but they're not drawing your eye to so many things that you kind of lose like you lose details or you lose attention to those details. Like with the responses about my design, just a handful of things got um mentioned rather than going into like every single little why is there all this? Why is there all never mind.
there's not much digital post processing or anything. Everything looks like it could be broken down into 2D elements and like work together fairly well. I feel like it would look pretty good if you knew how to do it.
I mean, yeah, that's how live 2D freaking is. To be fair, Rocky has literal decades of experience designing characters. Yeah, that it shows with the designs.
It seems like it'd be prone to uncanny valley. Well, it's an anime VTuber.
Yeah, you get more of the uncanny valley with 3D VTubers like me.
She's literally 14. I'm not talking about her attractiveness.
What does her age matter? This isn't a sexualization of the character, it's talking about character design.
I don't actually remember how Cujo looks. Like this? Okay, like
Okay. It's hard to do JoJo in 3D. I accept
this, but better. Do better. Also, don't make it 3D. Make it that 2D element.
I want to, but I can't afford it, so I'm going with 3D, the thing I was able to do for free. Oh,
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's that bad. Actually, no, I think what I'm looking at right now that I have an issue with is just the fact that it's 3D.
oh,
I don't think you
fuck.
can do 3D JoJo that well.
Oh, yeah, no, it's hard. It's really hard to do 3D JoJo.
Or do they?
But I mean,
I
with that model specifically, it's less on the cell shade style, which is what my VTuber is. Theirs is a lot more, or a lot closer to the realistic. The most recent JoJo's fighting game did a great job with it. Ooh, I'd love to hear, or I'd love to see it. Howdy, Leroy.
actually I'm liking it more the more I look at it. JoJo 3D.
I hope he looks into it and shows.
Okay, this doesn't show anything. Look up the JoJo fighting games. Okay, JoJo Jolene fighting game.
Does that actually pull stuff up? Oh. This is exactly what I mean. This is cell shaded design rather than going with the standard 3D modeling texturing that is pretty common, which is what Vroid tends to do. You actually have to go out of your way to mimic cell shading with Vroids. But with my model, I exported it from Koikatsu and then my friend applied a VRM. What's it? Basically, my friend turned it into a VRM that it's cell shading, and that helps 3D look way closer to anime rather than how Vroids look. And I'm not shitting on Vroids. I like that it's a free option to get into the world of VTubing. That's how I actually stepped into it. I did start as a PNG tuber, but I didn't actually but then I made a Vroid, which is where I really landed for. I used one for oh damn, like near a year. And then I got my hands on Koikatsu, made this model and art, and then well, here I am now with my Vroid. Or not with my not Vroid 3D VTuber. It's just the thing is, given that Vroid is a free program, it is used by a very wide amount of smaller VTubers. So you see the prevalence of that style of art because it's hard to really do cell shading well in Vroid Studio. Trust me, I've done it.
Okay, that actually looks really good.
Right?
Okay, well. The first 3D parts of 3D in the openings, remember? Yeah, but I was specifically looking at Jolene because every VTuber has to be like a fucking anime girl. And there are no girls in parts 1, 2, or 3. Tries to tell you what a real woman is. Tries to tell you what real art is. On the far right of the spectrum, the OPs for part 6 were in 3D. Really? I don't
Okay, it
remember
looks
that.
like he's done
On the far right
talking
of the
about
spectrum,
VTubers.